Remember a while back when that family claimed that UFOs landed in their backyard in Las Vegas? That was a crazy story, right? Remember how law enforcement agencies and unmarked cars came to the house and put up surveillance cameras and stuff like that? A really weird story, but the story kind of disappeared. I really think the family was told to basically silence themselves. They were getting really scared. I don't know if it was a decision they made themselves because they were tired of the attention and they just stopped talking about it, or if they were told or forced to stop talking about it. But that story was so crazy because, this family came out with these claims, but also cameras in the area, ring doorbell cameras and stuff, caught what looked like a bright, crazy, light UFO flying through the sky that night. So it made, that family's story sound so much more credible. Well, last night, another weird situation happened. Now, as of right now, no families have stepped forward claiming that there's aliens in their backyard, okay? That didn't happen. But there was a mysterious explosion, a ball of light with a trail behind it, flying over Las Vegas and California, and it looks as if it exploded. Now, of course, initially they were like, it must have been a plane crash. But there's no plane crash on our radar. And they went and they searched and they have not found any evidence of a plane crash. So the question this morning is, of course, what in the hell was that thing that flew through the sky? Now, obviously, we're living in interesting times. Everyone's talking about UFOs. We have these UFO whistleblowers coming forward. Like I said, we had that alien UFO sighting in this area not too long ago. And now we got another one. And, of course, I talked about it yesterday, the Chinese spy balloon. We got all of these foreign threats that we're worried about. What if this was some type of technology from a foreign country that was flying in our airspace? What in the hell exploded in the middle of the sky? And how can things like this happen and, they just kind of go away? They just go away. We'll talk about, the news will focus on the stupidest stuff in the world. They will drive a news story into the dirt, talk about it for 5 years straight. But when something like this happens, they'll run it across the news for like 20 seconds. I'll show you that later. But let's go ahead and dive into this article real quick. The Californian night sky was disrupted by an unidentified object that left a bewildering trail of light, igniting a flurry of speculation and intrigue. The mysterious event, which unfolded over northern California, has left authorities and residents alike puzzled as they grapple to understand the enigma. Residents in Redding reported sighting a peculiar object abruptly descending in the sky before leaving a strange streak of light in its wake. The unanticipated celestial occurrence sparked immediate conjecture, with onlookers suggesting that the culprit could have been a meteor, a piece of satellite debris, or even a UFO. Adding to the mystery, there were unverified reports of a possible aircraft crash and fire in the Fall River Mills area of Shasta County. However, this theory was swiftly dismissed when no wreckage or debris was discovered following the incident. The pattern of the light streak, observers noted, was likely the result of shifting wind patterns, adding another layer of complexity to the puzzle. With the nature of the object remaining unknown, authorities have been left with more questions than answers. The lack of physical evidence has intensified the challenge of the ongoing investigation. As the public's curiosity continues to mount, officials are expected to collaborate with aviation experts, astronomers, and other scientific bodies to shed light on this baffling incident. As the dust settles, the enigmatic event serves as a reminder of the vast unknown that lies beyond our skies, a testament to the enduring allure of the cosmos and its infinite mysteries. Now, I obviously have some more thoughts about this, but what I want to do is I want to roll this little clip. It's only lasts a few seconds. This is the only mention that we get of this on the news. I feel like this is more interesting than half of the things that they talk about on the news, but it got about 28 seconds of coverage. I'm going to roll this clip. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And after this clip, I'm going to be right back with more thoughts as usual.
Authorities are trying to figure out exactly what this mysterious object was seen ripping through the sky last night. This is a video from Las Vegas, but several local agencies, including LA County Fire and the CHP, received reports of an explosion in the sky around 7 p.m. Calls came from Venice, Agora Hills, and Ventura County. Some people thought it was a plane crash, but authorities did not find any wreckage.
You know, I am really torn when it comes to this UFO stuff. I've always believed in UFOs. I've always believed in aliens. But, you know, like we've been having these conversations for a while now. Now that, you know, it's become more out in the open, now that our government is talking about it and stuff like that, it makes me really kind of iffy on the topic. And I do believe that there's an agenda behind it. You don't have to come and tell me about Project Bluebeam and all of this stuff. I already know about all of that stuff. Just because I don't mention it in every single video doesn't mean that I am not knowledgeable about many things beyond what I actually talk about here on this channel. But, you know, I'm really skeptical these days about how all of this is playing out. Because even though this only got, you know, a tad bit of news coverage, at the same time, it's like it did get news coverage. And back in the day, it just wouldn't. Back in the day, they wouldn't allow anyone to really talk about this stuff. They wouldn't really pay too much attention on it. But there has been a focus on stuff like this lately. And I don't know if this is them trying to push us towards disclosure, maybe trying to get, you know, the public ready for the bombshells that are going to drop when the real information comes out about whatever these things are. Or are they preparing us for some type of false flag? I don't know. I don't know. But one thing, you know, I've been keeping up with a lot of these whistleblowers and a lot of the talk going on. And, you know, it seems to be right now a very popular belief that these UFOs aren't from outer space. There's a very popular belief, and they've been having to be very careful with what they say. They can't reveal everything, but the popular belief seems to be right now that these objects are not coming from other planets, from outer space, but they've been here for a long time. Now, do they live beneath the Earth's surface? That sounds crazy, but hey, the world is a crazy place. Are they living underwater? Is this something from a parallel dimension? Some people think they're demons or fallen angels. There's so many different theories out there, but it's obvious that we're not alone. And, you know, I'm not scared about the thought of aliens and life on different planets, but the thought of freaking interdimensional beings and stuff like that, that is scary. I don't care what anyone says. That's scary. I do believe that that's a possibility. And, you know, over the years, I looked at that as something, like years ago, I looked at that as something like, okay, it's possible, but I didn't think about it too much. Nowadays, it seems more likely, right? It seems more likely that it would be something like that as opposed to, you know, something from another planet, but you never really know. But at the end of the day, when you see clips like this, you can't help but wonder how much of this is something that is happening beyond the control of the powers that be, and how much of this is within their control. You know, there's been talk for years that there's deals that certain governments have cut with these entities, wherever they're from. You know, there's a lot of talk about stuff like that, and that freaks me out as well. And I think that we've reached a point to where, like, if this was something from a different planet or something like that, I do think a lot of people may be able to accept that. But I think there's a layer to this. and people have been talking about this, there may be a layer to this that will rip apart our very reality by the seams. You know, when I think of, oh, an alien on a different planet, it came from freaking Jupiter, when you think of stuff like that, it's like those are things that we've thought about for years. Those are ideas that have been introduced to us since we were kids. I grew up watching Men in Black and alien movies, and most of you all did too. So it's something that we can wrap our heads around. Maybe some people can't, but I can fully wrap my head around there being other living beings on other planets. But the reality is that this may be something so far out there, and I don't mean far out there in outer space, but whatever these things are, they could be something that would just rip the fabric of our reality to the point that you're not able to look at the world, the universe. You're not able to look at the world in the same way. You're not able to look at yourself the same way. You're not able to live your life the same way with this knowledge, knowing. You know what I mean? But I still want to know. But part of me believes that the reason this is still being covered up so much, even though it seems like they want to release little tidbits, I feel like there's an aspect here. And people have been talking about it. There's something here to this that's a little stranger, a little weirder. Something that's maybe even more difficult for people to accept. There's something to this that I think has something to that's way more than just, oh, little green men from outer space. But what do you all think that was blowing up in the sky last night? And what do you all think about this UFO conversation, like, as a whole? How do you all feel about it? Do you really feel like there's something from another planet? Do you think that there's something that was here and has been here even before us? Do you think there's alternate dimensions, alternate realities? Let me know your thoughts about this weird topic down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you're feeling generous and you want to donate to the channel, you can do so directly via Cash App. I'll have my Cash App in the pinned comment, or you can donate via Super Thanks, or for free. You can help the channel by liking the video, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, and all of that good stuff. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.